What's happening? Thanks for joining us again. I'm Chris.
I'm Pete.
And today we're going to check out a pretty hard to get beer. Pete, how hard is this beer to get?
It's very hard to get. For beer geeks, currently in Vermont, there are 3 breweries that are kind of the elitist to special, rare beers. Alchemist with Heady Topper, Hill Farmstead, and Lawson's Finest Liquids. To get Lawson's Finest Liquids, you have to go to the Warren store in Warren, Vermont on Friday afternoon between like 2 and 5, and they put some out, and all the beer geeks from Boston and New York and stuff converge on it, and they grab it within like an hour or something. I have a friend who skis. He happens to be near the Warren store all the time, and he happened to find a bottle for us to try.
Cool.
Yes.
So basically, that said, if you're going to be drinking the really good beer in Vermont, you need to go there to get it. It's not coming to you.
Yes, and the beer might not be good, but the fact that this is such a rare beer makes it kind of fun.
I mean, hell, it has gold foil.
I mean, the gold foil is like epic.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
and it's called Steve's Backyard Red Ale, and it's a collaboration with some home brewer, Steve Robbins, in Vermont. So,
cool.
yep, there we go.
Yeah, let's get it open. I was just gonna say, the only other time I've had Lawson's was the Brattleboro Beer Festival, where I tried their Sunshine IPA and one other, but the Sunshine was just absolutely fantastic. And apparently they brew a double Sunshine, which is even doubly awesome.
And
So,
I mean, the reason that beer geeks like this too is not just because of the rareness, but the quality of the beer too.
Right.
I mean, it's supposed to be epically good.
Yeah.
This is 5.5% red ale. So
yeah, I was saying, rareness shouldn't be a factor, because I can brew a beer that would be rare and it would suck. It's a pretty dark amber color. It's not much of a head on there, but it's sort of a trace of just some sort of khaki colored head.
yeah, some bubbles coming up.
Dissipates pretty quickly. Fair amount of carbonation, but yeah. And it's a little, I guess you should notice, kind of cloudy. You can't really see through it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hold it up to the lights right there, and still it's not clear. So
Yeah, it looks nice.
yeah, let's see what we got for an aroma. Definitely the first thing you're getting there is the hops, sort of the piney sort of citrus kind of flavors right there. Or aroma, shall I say?
Yeah, it's not overwhelming, but definitely present.
No, and there's definitely the big sort of malty presence in the background there. A little, almost like a little peppery on the nose. That you're like really getting into that malt.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've noticed little sidebar here. I've noticed like almost the smell of like a pear in some beers, and I don't know whether I'm smelling something else and I'm just interpreting it as pear, but I kind of get a little essence of pear or something. I don't know whether that.
No, I can see that in there, like the pear skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, A lot of times you can get that sort of like the fruit skin, sort of what you would taste of a fruit skin in an aroma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it almost has like that malt. It's almost like a spicy malt in the background, balancing out with like a sort of piney kind of grapefruity hops.
It smells surprisingly good.
So we'll see what we got for a taste. Cheers.
Based on this, on the nose, I was expecting a little bit more on the flavor.
There's more of an overall sort of a bitter taste to it than really pulling out a lot of like the piney or citrusy taste from the hops. There's a little bit there, but not as much as you'd expect based on the aroma. And I feel like really the malt is the main player in this one.
But the flavors don't change much through the taste. I mean, it kind of just it's simple,
Right.
but it's good.
But you're not expecting a whole lot of different layers of complexity. At least, for 5.5%, it's going to be a more easy drinking, sessionable beer. It's a sort of standard kind of amber build on it. But I say overall, it's a tasty beer. It's something you could drink a lot of. It's not gonna, be playing havoc with your taste buds or anything like that.
Do I dare make, and I'll probably embarrass myself on this, do I dare make a comparison to maybe like Long Trail a little bit? Or no?
In what way?
Well, I don't know. It's just, it's got light alcohol, 5.5%.
Yep.
But it's a solid flavor, and I don't know. It's a little bit more bitter than Long Trail, but
Well, you see, like when that sort of like that way the malt finishes in there, I can definitely sort of see a comparison to that where the Long Trails, it's an alt style, at least like their standard, the Long Trail beer that most everyone's had if you're living on the East Coast and you're familiar with all that. Yeah, I can definitely see that sort of malt in the background. You're getting a little something different with the hops up front, but yeah, it might be sort of along those lines, but just a little bit tastier, a little bit, a little something more there in the way of the hops to add to it.
Well, thank you for not calling me out and saying, no, it doesn't taste anything like it.
You're stupid!
Thank you for giving me some dignity. But it does remind me of that a little bit.
For a standard level, alcohol beer, that's sessionable.
Yep.
It's, in that amber alt sort of category. It's in there.
Yeah.
I just think this has a little more to offer.
Yep.
In the way of taste than the Long Trail. But Long Trail is in no way a bad beer. It's a staple of, the New England economy around here.
Yes, it is.
If you've had one, you've had 10,000 of them. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So overall, this is a pretty decent beer.
Yep.
It's not anything that's going above and beyond, but it's just, it's a solid beer that Steve here put out, and I guess we'll just continue enjoying the rest of this. Hope you're enjoying something as well, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.